goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold up. All right, right along podcast, man. I was just on Patreon. We're gonna record this for the podcast. Oh my goodness. I was looking at Fast Seven, Vin Diesel versus Jason Statham. And that's when I knew it was done. It was over. Dude, I'm sorry. Look. This is a review for Fast Nine, just so you guys know. We're gonna get into spoilers. As my guy Tyrone Magnus says, mullet style. So which means spoilers are in the back. We're gonna do non-spoilers in the front. Oh my god, though, dude. I don't even know where to start. Fast Nine. Fast and Furious 9. This franchise is so diluted now. It's ridiculous. And this is a franchise I really enjoyed through the first, I say 5 or 6 movies. I think I'll stop at 5. I don't really remember 6. I don't know what happened in 6, to be honest. I don't really remember that. But this guy, Vin Diesel in Fast 7 says, the thing about the streets, when you fight in the streets always win. And this dude does a Hulk smash, breaks the ground, and Jason Statham falls through the parking garage or wherever they were at. That has to be the funniest shit. Oh my god. You know how something is so ridiculous that it's hilarious? This is one of those franchises now. It's so bad. I think my anger was in 6. In 7, I was angry, and now I look back at it, it's hilarious. I don't think I watched 8. I don't think I've seen 8 when they were on the submarine. I was just so mad, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and watch 9. Since I review films, I'll go back and watch 9. And I'm not gonna lie, I went back and I was very inebriated for this movie, and you guys, I had a blast. Um, I'm sorry. Look, I'm not gonna rate this film. I'm not gonna rate Fast 9. I'm not gonna rate it. I'll tell you this: if you are going in sober and you are a film critic, you're a person who enjoys logic, and or if you're a scientist and you enjoy physics, don't see this movie because nothing makes sense. But it's hilarious to me because it's so freaking ridiculous. Maybe I was just so inebriated. I might have to go back and see it like sober and see it. Like these people in this movie, come on, man, these people are invincible. I don't even think really. Can you spoil this? Can you spoil this at this point? It's the same thing over and over. We saw the trailer. Dom has a brother now that he never talked about for years. He's never discussed his brother, but this is supposed to be a very important point in his life and his childhood. What happens to him and what happened in this story. As big as this might be the most important thing that's ever happened to Dom. Well, I mean, besides the kid thing, I didn't even know he had a kid. I guess that happened in Fast 8. If so that's a spoiler. I was like, God damn, I didn't know he had a kid. That's crazy. But yeah, so I decided to see this. And I gotta say, man, for those of you who did not see this movie, I'll just say I'm not gonna rate it because I think the movie, if from a critical standpoint, it's not a good movie. I'm being honest to you. It's not a great movie, but I don't think you should see it if you want to see something that's gonna be good, that's gonna challenge you, challenge your thoughts, make you think, make you, it's not that type of movie. It's not that type of movie at all. But if you were familiar with these recent movies that came out with the Fast and Furious franchise, then you will know what to expect. And if you like it, shame on you. Shame on me because I had fun. I'm not saying I liked it, but I laughed so hard. I might. It was a workout. It was a Wednesday for me because I do abs on Wednesdays. That was a workout for me. No lie, yo. Like this was hilarious. This was absolutely. It was so ridiculous. It was hilarious. It was a point in this movie at the end. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Is this where we're going now? I don't know if they played in the trailer because I didn't see any trailers for this, so I won't say it. But it was a point, and if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. At the end of this movie, they got somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing this now. This is where Fast and Furious is now." We've, you know what I do like about this movie? It's so ridiculous that it's transparent. It knows itself. It knows, like, okay, we're ridiculous. I appreciate movies that listen to its audience, because the Fast and Furious franchise, the true core friends of John Singleton's two first Fast and Furious movies, we've been calling this out for a long time. Like, yo, these are not the same as the first two. This is not racing anymore. This is, you went from Speed Racer to the Incredible Hulk, Hulk smashing the ground. Vin Diesel. Oh my god, it's went that way now. Yeah, so yeah, you just have to come to know what to expect. I won't accept this though. I'm not. That's why I won't rate it, because I don't accept that. I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's very diluted, as I said earlier, and it's very washed. It's kind of, it's almost what Disney. It's the same problem I have with Disney. It's a slap in the face to everybody now, because, like I said with Disney, everything's a joke now. You can't take anything serious. There are no stakes in anything. Like I said, imagine if Disney had Batman. Batman is a very stoic person. Bucky was a very stoic person, and you put him in Bucky and whatever that show's called, Bucky and the Black Man, and now it's some bull. It's some bullshit. So, but the thing about the difference between this and Disney is that Disney still tries to play it like they don't know what they're doing. Disney know what they're doing. They know what the f they're doing. The Fast and Furious at least are transparent about, hey, we're gonna give y'all some bullshit. So if you pay for this, expect some bullshit. They've been doing it for a couple of movies now. So I can at least respect that if you're gonna be a little transparent with your approach. But this movie is just so ridiculous, man. Oh my god. Let's get into spoilers, guys. For those people who haven't seen the movie, I applaud you. And I thank you for still listening to my opinion on this movie. So for those of you who have seen the movie, oh my god, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm about to say in 3 seconds. So no spoilers, guys. Y'all gotta leave. For the people who don't want to be spoiled, leave. They went to fucking space. Oh my god, they went to space. Are you serious? Yo, 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 yo. When they were talking about it, I was like, oh my god, y'all about to do this. They're about to go to space. They went to space, guys. They went to fuck. There's no way you can go from here. Where do you go? You can't stop here. Like, I imagine Fast 10 is Fast 10 should be the last movie. 10 is a complete number, other than, I guess, 7 or whatever. 10 is a complete number. You have to stop at 10. They brought Paul Walker back at the end, his car back at the end. That was pretty cool. I didn't stay after the credits. I was kind of done, but the movie was so ridiculous, and me expecting it to be ridiculous, it worked. I'm sorry, but it worked. Let me get into my critique bag here, though, because I'm not going to, I know many people, if you've been listening, you expect me to bash this movie, but I spent money on it. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what I was getting into. I wasn't going to spend money unless I knew what I was getting into. Anyways, the three things for me, you guys know I hate, is self-explaining dialogue. I hate cookie cutter plots and stories, and I absolutely hate raising stakes without there being a consequence to match, which was my biggest thing with Disney, and I think I've been pretty consistent about that. So I think I'm a hypocrite a little bit here. But I think the thing about this movie is that, like I said earlier, it was transparent, and honestly, I had fun because I just knew what I was getting myself into, and most importantly, I was fried. A little inebriated, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think this is a movie you definitely should see if you're drunk. Or if you have a good sense of humor, this is a definitely movie you should see just to laugh, just to kind of sit back and be like, wow, this is ridiculous. This is so. I felt like an old man sitting back just watching this new generation f themselves over, and you're like, wow, you know, this is what it's come to. This is it. You know, that's how I felt because this is a franchise I really loved throughout the first five movies, and wow, man. Well, let's get into when Tyrese. When I knew this was some bullshit, when Tyrese fell into this like den or cage or pit area, he was fighting a guy and they fell in there. He ended up killing him. I was like, all right, y'all should both be dead, but you land on the guy. The guy ended up dying, but you survived. Okay, suspend belief. Okay, whatever. And then Tyrese gets ambushed, and it's like 15 guys, and they're surrounding him, all shooting at him. They all have about, I don't know what kind of guns. I want to say AKs. Or they were automatic machine guns, definitely submachine guns. And somehow Tyrese kills all of them. He has nowhere to hide. He hides behind maybe a rock and shoots every single last one of these niggas. And he survives. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in any movie. Physics are out of the window. Shout out to Jeremy Johns because he said it before I saw this movie. He's like, physics are out of the window, and he wasn't mistaken. And it was 15 people to one. There's no reason he should have survived. I was like, okay, he had no scratch on him. So fast forward from that, there's a scene where he gets stuck between his truck is stuck between two rocks, and they're in a minefield, and everybody that's supposed to die in that scene dies. So all the bad guys, pretty much, none of the good guys, of course, dies in that movie. Okay, it's hilarious because Tyrese actually brings it up. He's very transparent about it. This is what I was talking about earlier when I was saying the transparency. Tyrese talks about how, hey guys, isn't it weird that we never die? Like, or that we've made it through all these missions, 9 fucking movies, and never get a scratch on us. And Ludacris goes on with him for a little second. He's like, yeah, man, it's kind of weird. That's kind of crazy. That's interesting. Blah blah blah. And then and then he was like, or maybe you're just a fucking dumbass. It's hilarious because it's like it gets you caught up, and I'm like, oh wow, they're actually transparent. They're showing that they're showing everything, and I love that. That's why I gave my respect because I was the guy in the movies. I was the one guy in there, and I was a black guy in the movie. It was like, yo, what the fuck, yo. I was like, hey man, I was like, fuck this movie. I swear to God. I was in the movie like, yo, fuck this movie. And the guy next to me, he was like almost mad that I said that. And I'm like, bro, are you taking this shit seriously, bro? Like, did you not know what this is? Like, this is a movie that can be interrupted because they don't give a fuck about us, honestly. Like, they know what it is. If you miss something, you didn't miss anything, basically. So it's oh my god, man. And I'm telling you, I knew what to expect, and I was in there inebriated, so I enjoyed the movie because it made me laugh throughout the whole thing. I had a good time. The only time I didn't have a good time when people took everything seriously, like when they thought Tyrese or somebody was gonna die, and they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Come on, bro, come on. What are you doing here? You know, is this your first time at the rodeo? You know what I'm saying? You already know what you come on now, God. Nobody in here is gonna die. There are no stakes in this movie. When you take away the stakes, I check out. But when you make it a comedy and you acknowledge that you're a comedy, I like it. I like it because you're transparent. You're being honest. Maybe this is my problem with Disney. If Disney was just honest and was like, hey guys, ever since Guardians of the Galaxy, when we made people laugh at the end of the movie, when instead of fighting and Chris Pratt and friends danced and laughed and we introduced this whole happy-go-lucky, lovey-dovey dance thing at the end, that's when we went into comedy and made Thor a comedy thing. We went into this whole took away the stakes thing. Maybe they acknowledge that I will be okay with it because you're being honest. When you try to fake like you're still being serious, that's when I have my problem with it. WandaVision. But anyway, guys, yeah. So I'm not gonna harp too long on this. John Cena was brilliant in this movie. Now to step back and actually say John Cena was actually a standout performance. I was like, wow, John Cena's actually good. And that's not, I guess I ain't saying much, but I enjoyed John Cena. Every time he was on screen, I loved John Cena on the screen. He was better than anybody except for Natalie Emmanuel, because Lord Jesus. Look, when I get famous, I'm shooting my shot. All right. But anyways, my one gripe about this movie, why was John Cena's character, and I think his name was Jacob, why did he hate Dom? Oh, okay. I had two gripes. With this movie. Why did he have a problem with Dom? I didn't understand. It looked like Dom was looking out for him when they were kids, when shit went down, and you found out things behind the scenes. What was the problem? What was Jacob's problem with Dom? Jealousy? But why? You're jealous of his shadow? He gave you no reason. It was not like Dom was this asshole who was like, yo, I'm the rich dude. And they never really elaborated on the dad showing him um showing favoritism. They never really elaborated. They never showed that. So you had to go by Jacob's word and be like, yeah, he showed you favoritism. You were his favorite. We never saw that. It looked like he loved y'all equally. It looked like Dom had your back no matter what. Like Dom had his back when he was going through shit. Also, the actors that played younger Dom and Jacob, come on, bro. What the fuck? Y'all should really use CGI because those niggas was not believable. I would have been more respected them more if y'all used CGI. And my other thing was Mr. Nobody coming in. Come on, dog. That's Doom Patrol. Don't steal from Doom Patrol. Mr. Nobody is not original. How unoriginal of a name is Mr. Nobody? You stole that shit from Doom Patrol, and it sounds corny. It was corny when they use it. It's corny when y'all use it. And I think Mr. Nobody is an actual person in the DC comics. So you niggas is corny. Fast and Furious. Like, y'all didn't give a fuck about it. It was a slap in the face to fans. I am sorry for everybody who paid for this movie who thought this was going to be something except for a comedy show. I expected it to be a comedy show, so I had a good time. I was like, yo, other than that, man, I'm like I said, I'm not gonna rate this movie. I'm not gonna rate Fast 9. Overall, personally, I had a fun time because, like I said, my situation was I had some drinks and stuff, so I had fun. If you did not have fun in this movie, I totally understand. I will never go tell anyone to watch anything past Fast Five. I have one more critique. Cardi B, all you had to do was deliver 3 lines. That was it. That was all you had to do. Deliver 3 fucking lines. And you couldn't do that. Oh my God. When I say I wasn't drunk enough to enjoy that, I was like, holy shit, that was terrible. That was terrible. And for anybody who's scared to say it out there to critique Cardi B, I will be the one to do it. I will be the scapegoat. That shit was trash, and Cardi B should never act again. That was the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. I know she's not an actress, and so that's why she shouldn't have been in this. But maybe this is the movie for her because everything was pretty much shit. Bro, Cardi B. Oh. Cardi B really was in this movie. It said 3 lines, and every single last one of them shits was trash, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to Han, though, man. Shout out to my man Han that came back. Han. French Montana voice. You know what I'm saying? Han. Bro, this movie is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. If you hated this movie, I understand. I will not argue with anybody that hate this movie. It was just fun for me. It was hilarious for me, dog. It was hilarious for me, dog. Oh my God. This shit was hilarious. Ha! Oh, his story was, they did not give a fuck. Han's story of how he survived was was the worst. It was like a story of a guy cheating on his girl, and she believed it. If you thought that was legit, you believed it. Like, oh yeah, babe, yeah, nah, her pants. I was just trying to help her pick her pants up, cause like, you know what I'm saying. Like, we ain't really. I wasn't cheating on you. She fell on me, type shit. And she's like, oh, okay. So y'all wasn't fucking. Nah, we wasn't. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. She was, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas be lying. They be like, yeah, cause nah. That's what they say when they lying. Yeah, cause nah, cause bro. Oh my god, my last gripe, absolute last gripe with this movie. I swear this is it, because I think I spent too much time on this movie, and the producers obviously did. I spent more time than producers did on this movie. My absolutely last thing with this movie, the Asian girl who Han saved. I don't remember her name, but she was the actual key. So we found out she's the key to this. I don't know what the fuck that shit was. It was two halves of it. I don't fucking know. She was the key, and Han was protecting her. And John Cena, I guess, outsmarted everybody and ended up kidnapping the girl, the key, blah blah blah. Kill yourself, bitch! You selfish bitch. You selfish bitch. If I knew I was the key to something ending the whole world, like something being detrimental to the world and killing everybody, if my existence means that I kill everybody, kill yourself to save others. Like, come on. At least in Marvel, the Vision was willing to die to save everybody else. Wanda was the one that wanted to keep him alive. This bitch could have just offed herself. John Cena couldn't have found her. From my understanding, at least, John Cena wouldn't have found her. Nobody would have found her, and it would have been totally fine. They could have ended the movie like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm the key. I'm not gonna let you kidnap me. Bang. That's it. That's it. But you selfish fucking prick. You selfish bitch. You do not want to kill yourself, and I don't have respect for that. That means you ain't really with the crew. You got to die for what you believe in, baby girl. That's all it is. Anyways, Right Along Podcast. I appreciate you guys for listening. Check out the next episode. We have some more dropping. It was a lot more I watched this week. Thank you guys. I'm out.